welcome to the Bronx Journal. I'm Ian Carlos de la Cruz. Music is something we all connect through. Whether it be beats, melodies, or the lyrics themselves, it is a powerful tool in which we can create an infinite amount of emotions and sounds. Today, we are joined by a group of musicians who have created the very thing many artists seek, their very own sound. Here with us now is hip-hop and alternative group, Failproof. Welcome to the show, guys. Can we start with an introduction from the end over here?
Sure. My name is Julius Green.
My name is VincePercy.com.
I'm Dave Turner.
It's your boy Pac.
Talk to me about Failproof. What makes you guys, what's Failproof about?
Wow, Failproof is, as VincePercy.com likes to put it, it's a collaboration effort between 4 different artists, just using the brand as a medium to push their creative ideas through to an audience.
How did you guys come about the name Failproof?
Well, you know, one day, it was me and Rob, we were hanging out with another artist, and we were making a group together, and we were just spitting out names, and Failproof was one of those names, and we just stuck with the name.
How would you guys describe your sound?
Our sound, I feel like we have, 3 individual artists. We all have a different kind of sound. Put it together as something really original. It's a really great thing.
What do you guys feel that makes your sound unique?
Just all of us being, on the track together. I mean, we all have different different ways of rapping. Like Rob has his way of rapping. Vince, he has a totally different way of rapping. Me, I have a totally different way of rapping. It's like if you listen to our tracks, it's like, if you listen to Transit Love Song, it's like it's the same song, but it's like three totally different things, talking about the same thing, but just, totally different.
That's what I like about it, because it being like a collaboration effort, like the name Failproof, it literally means we have a fail-proof plan. Like, aside from everything we're doing in our personal lives, trying to be successful, trying to finish school, trying to find jobs, this is just a way for us to just release all that in an artistic, meaningful way, and it's really like it's fail-proof. Like, it really is.
When you guys are creating your music, what comes first in terms, like, does the music come first or the lyrics?
For me personally, I always have music in my head. I'm a musician as well, so I'm always, whether I'm on the subway or whether I'm driving in a car or whatever, there's always music like just in my head. So then basically right after I get that together, all of a sudden I come up with lyrics. I might come up with a song, I might come up with a chorus out of nowhere, just walking in the street. That's how it works for me. Like, I always have the music and then the lyrics, come just like that.
As a group, what's the process of creating a song? You guys are all independent artists, but how does it happen when you guys come together?
I feel like so far the way it's happened is we've had Dave create the beat for us, and somebody, either Rob or Julius, to come up with a concept. Me, I'm more of a lazy person, so I like to sit back and wait till somebody has a concept, and then from then on I could just throw my input in there. It always turns out great.
Go ahead.
The sound is what really like awakens like me. I've never been the type to say, oh, I want to rap, I want people to hear me. It's when I hear a certain beat, when I hear the music, there's an inner voice inside of me, and it causes me to speak. And that's what's really great about Dave, when he makes these beats and I hear them, like Transit Love Song, let's just use for example. Dave made this beat. Julie, I believe you were writing you had some 16s and some concepts going, right? Mm-hmm. It's a lot of us, so I didn't know. So I was on the train literally trying to make a song, and I couldn't think of anything, and that was what birthed that song. It's called Transit Love Song. I believe I saw this hot girl in front of me, and I was like, I really want to say something to her, but I'm a punk, so I'm just not going to. So I'm going to write what would really happen. So I came up with a 16 verse and a chorus, and then I ran it by Dave, he approved it, and then it went to Vince, right?
Right.
How did you guys come into, did he tell you the concept and stuff, and then you guys just?
Definitely. Originally, I always approve of Dave Turner's work, but I wasn't really fond of the beat rapping-wise, and it took Rob's concept, again, something that we've all been through. Oh, this is girl on the train, I want to try to talk to her. But it turned out really well once I had the words to say.
Can you talk about, Rob, basically Dave, sorry, creating the beat? How did that come about? What inspired you to create it?
Inspired me to create the beat was like, it was this girl I really like on campus. Like I figured I was gonna impress her by making a beat that she would like, and she didn't like it, but everyone else liked it, and that's how it came about, really.
As far as gigs right now, do you guys have somebody that represents you or anything like that? You guys have a manager?
I mean, it's still in like its prime stages. What we're really trying to do is just make sure we understand what Failproof is as a brand, and really just try to get the music prepared. So once that happens, we've performed like individually on just to get things going, just to get a feel of how it is. But as far as any legit things, that's still to come.
Where have you guys performed at individually speaking?
Me, I do performances at Lehman College a lot. Recently, my most recent performance was the Laugh Lounge downtown.
And what about you?
I performed at Lehman once. It just what was that? It was a karaoke competition
it was a
event.
karaoke
It was that, and then I performed at a bar too down on the Lower East Side. But just small things.
Can you guys describe your music writing process, especially for you guys, because you basically are the lyrics.
Yeah.
So can you describe how, like, basically, where do you get your?
For me, I listen to all types of music and everything. So, like me, they say that I'm the flow master. Like, I have like different types. Like, I can come up with like about 5 flows from one verse. Just like that. Or like I might have a song, I might have a flow totally different from the next song or whatever. And for me, it's just like I say, I think to myself, I say, you know what, I'm a LL Cool J this one. I'm gonna, I'm a old school this one. I'm gonna put this one in the 90s right quick. And I'm gonna come back to the thousands, and then bring it up to the future.
Can you guys speak about basically your musical inspirations? Where did they come from? In general, not just for a specific song, but how did you fall in love with music?
For me, I think that I really fell in love with music when my family would go to North Carolina. We would drive down there, and my father, he had like road trip music, and his road trip music was one album, and it was Paul Simon, Graceland. And for some reason, like I wasn't really like raised off of that type of music, but for some reason, that's what kind of broke me off into different type of genres.
What about you guys?
Well, me, I just recently started rapping, maybe like 2008, 2009, and my more recent favorite rappers are people like 50 Cent and people like Lil Wayne, which those are two really big guys, but at the same time, they also catch a lot of criticism, like, oh, they're not really saying anything in their rhymes. But
how do you feel that compares to you?
Yeah, one thing that made me realize was that they're not really saying anything. I could say nothing. I sound cool. I can make stuff rhyme, and I can put it to a hot beat. So when it comes to that, I wouldn't really compare myself to them, but they're definitely the base of what VinceBracy.com is, how I started making the music that I make, because people really like it.
For me, like my inspirations, I like Lil Wayne a lot. I like Lupe. Like those are like my guys. Eminem. Like Tupac, like these are my guys. Like when I listen to their music and I feel like it speaks to me, and then I'm like, you know what? I want to speak for myself.
You told me you do poetry before.
Yeah.
Can you talk about basically you're a lyricist? So can you talk about how poem and lyrics come together?
Yeah. Initially, I used to just like write poems and like put it up on like my MySpace and things like that, and people would be like, Rob, those are really good. You should like try making like a cohesive song to it. And then when I picked the beats and I'm listening, and the poems are really impersonal. I spoke about myself, but it was structured in a way that I wasn't attached to it. Like being a hip hop artist, you're taking your poems and you're putting yourself in it, you're making it present time, and that's like the beauty of the art form, because you're literally speaking freely, but yet in a constructed, devised way.
Can you guys, basically, are you guys trying to reach an audience such as yourself? Because your music is very raw.
Right.
I'd say when I listened to Transit Love Song, it reminded me of things here in New York and stuff like that. You guys are from the Bronx. Are you guys trying to reach an audience such as yourself? Is there a specific audience that you want to reach?
Me personally, I'm trying to reach out to everybody, because one of my biggest inspirations, like honestly, is Kanye West, in that his music doesn't just reach out to hip hop itself. He's made songs that you it plays on Z100. Not too many hip hop artists get on Z100 like that. You know what I mean? Like, like I just want to reach out to everybody, you know, and I want, you know, everybody wants everybody to love their music, but you know, it might seem, you know, generic, but you know, I just want everybody to love it.
As a group, what's been basically your biggest challenge so far? What has caused you the most problems as a group?
Yeah, a lot of scheduling problems. Writer's block sometimes is an issue. Pretty much.
Can you speak about the scheduling a bit more?
The scheduling, well, Julius works a full-time job.
I'm the big schedule guy.
I mean, it's four of us, so you know, just trying to like come together and make a song like Transit Love Song. It takes a lot because like Dave would email us the beats, and we would all have different verses, no clue what the next person is
different verses.
and then we have to like revise it again. But you know, like that's all a part of like what makes it like that raw, because it really is just us. Like, it really is.
And that's one thing that I would like to say about Dave's beats, that Dave always, like, for me personally, it's a challenge. Dave's beats are challenging to me. It's hard to write to his beats, but once you do it though, it's like, I got this. Like, you know, it's like.
As far as marketing, basically, what's been the toughest challenge in that? I mean, now we're in a new era where anyone can get their name out there.
Right.
So how are you guys trying to accomplish standing out from the bunch?
That is really hard to do.
I mean, being us, like, we're just starting up. Our budget is not big, so we have to go the same way most people other people go, and that's the media, that's the internet. But it brings a big problem because everyone is doing that. Like, the internet is like, it's like Times Square. Like, there's ads everywhere. You just can't find what you're looking for if you even look. Like, Vince has a great story about that.
Right. Well, so yeah, that issue that we always have to deal with as upcoming artists, we put our stuff out, like, just like Rob said, we put our stuff out there on the internet just like everybody else. And it seems as if the internet is oversaturated with all this stuff. So it's like, oh, why should I listen to yours? Like, why does it stand out? And it just hurts that you have your friends on Facebook, your family members, people that you just offer your music to every so often, and they've never even heard it.
Do you guys mind giving us a little sample of Transit Love Song? It's fine.
All right, well, I guess since
you can drop Dave can drop the beat.
My verse is first. How does it go? Hey, excuse me, miss, but I know you feel my stare. I'm trying my best not to make this weird. I just really like your style and your hair. It's some things that I can't really say right here. That's it. What about you, Vince?
That was it. I can see you got some style, baby, and I like your smile. Been watching you for a while. I want you to have my child. Just playing.
I see you chilling, baby, sitting on ice cubes. On the train, look at me, I'm a nice dude. Don't mean to be rude. I don't want to waste time. Let's lay the foundation, so here comes the bass line.
Bass line. Don't forget the bass line. This project is coming.
That's the bass line. If you hear the song, you got it.
Right.
Oh, one more thing I wanted to say about our audience, as far we don't, like, Vince, he's really driven to be like up there, like, but he has a flow, like he has like a delivery that can really like get to the open market. But for like the rest of us, like Dave, he makes the songs off for like girls. I don't care who listens to my music. Like, I'm going to stay true to myself, because at the end of the day, I do it not because I want something out of it, because it's something I love to do, and that's what fans appreciate.
Do you guys feel like maybe one day if you get a record deal, you basically try to become more marketable, or would you stay the same?
All I gotta say is, if one gets a record deal, somebody put us on.
Do you feel like you changed though?
Like, you wanna lie and say, oh no, I never changed, but it's the fact of the matter is that just about 99.9% of the artists change, and the reason being is because of money. And if you look at, artists is broke and they're nice when they first come out, but then give it about 5 or 10 years, they're making $50 million a year. All of a sudden, it's like, oh, what happened?
This is how I like to think about it, right? I don't think we'll change, because I think we're all pretty marketable. Like,
exactly.
People have come to the stream, like, I'm so serious. People are coming to the street and they're like, I don't know what you do, but you look really marketable, so you should continue. You should continue doing that. But commercial hip hop, if we get commercial, that's just what we're going to have to do. Commercial. This is the stuff that's in Best Buy. Like, this is the stuff that you find in Walmart. It's commercial music for a reason. Once you get a big record label behind you and people listening, you have to cater to an entire country, even overseas. So to say that, oh, they're selling out, or oh, like you can't say that, because at the end of the day, it's still the same person, it's still the same name. If you want to hear raw stuff from reflecting your views, listen to people in your neighborhood like Failproof. But don't complain because like somebody like Wiz Khalifa is rapping about Black and Yellow. He's not from New York. He's gonna rap about Black and Yellow because he's from Pittsburgh, and that's the Steelers team.
Thank you guys very much for coming. Is there anywhere we can find your music or contact you guys? You guys have a website?
Yeah, well, obviously my website is vincebracey.com. Once you go to the homepage, you'll see one of our songs, Just Want You, up there. There's also a link to SoundCloud page, my SoundCloud, Dave's SoundCloud.
Can you tell us what the SoundCloud page?
Oh, soundcloud.com/VinceBracey.
And mine is soundcloud.com/RobIsPack. That's Rob with 2 B's, so it's ROBBISPAK.
Is there any email we can reach you guys?
It's Failproof
It's Failproof.
at gmail.com.
Thank you guys for coming.